it is a new year. We can still say that, right? Yeah, we can. Well, thanks for keeping it here on Everyday Kentucky. Mandi Snell with Solutions Functional Medicine is with us, and typically this time of year, everybody's talking about weight loss. And
sure,
Mandi, just in my lifetime, I can't even begin to count the amount of ways that everyone has said, oh, this is what you do for weight loss. This is how you maintain. It seems to constantly change. But when it comes to peptides, that is something I continue to hear more and more and more people talking about. Tell us about peptides.
So actually, peptides have been around for type 2 diabetics for almost 20 years.
Okay.
And very effective. The FDA approved them in the summer of 2021 for weight loss without being a diabetic.
Okay.
And soon in the years of 22 and 23, the market has exploded with the application of these new drugs, which actually, if we want to be a little science snobbery, they're really not new. They're actually naturally occurring molecules that are in the bodies in higher effective levels in all humans. We isolated them in the 1970s. Now we're concentrating them, reapplying them, and using them to help people be healthier.
So a lot of people, when they say peptides, we're talking about a lot of the GLP-1s that we're talking about,
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes. And a lot of people don't know the difference between first and second generation GLP-1s and GIPs, also glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptides. Wow, what a mouthful of that. It sure is easier to say GLP-1s and GIPs. There are several generations. There are now third generations of these, and they all have specificity to them. They seem to be getting safer and safer. And application of them has really changed. When they first exploded in the market, they are being applied by the pharmaceutical industry in a unique way at very specific doses. And you can also reach them and acquire them in a compounded form. Why can you get them in two different ways? It's because peptides are actually not patentable because they're naturally occurring molecules. And so what's unique about the pharmaceutical industry, Eli Lilly, Novo Nordisk, and others, is that they have a specific delivery system in the form of a pen initially, and now even that is changing too.
Wow. So, everybody's concerned about weight, whether they're just maintaining where they are or losing. How can this actually help somebody just maintain to where they are?
Well, it's good to know that because, we decline in all peptides as we get older. We have a lot of hindsight data now showing that not only are these changing how our insulin is modulated, but they actually also decrease inflammatory markers. They help with joint pain. They're finding cognition is getting better. Triglycerides are improving. And with all of that, it's literally protecting and maybe even in a small way reversing metabolic syndrome and risk. Those who have high risk actually need to consider what we call mini microdosing, maybe even for a lifetime for longevity reasons.
All right, I know people have more questions, and of course they can go online or give you a call.